Hello, hello, team. Welcome to the trading trail. Let's go ahead and recap all of today's trades. We had a phenomenal morning. The day is February 26th, and we are on the 37th day of the stock market being open this year out of a rough estimate 250 days of the stock market this year. So we are getting through this year quick. Man, is it flying past. Well, fortunately, we were able to finish today green, mighty fine green, nice $732.39 green. Most of that, thankfully, all due to ENVB. And that is actually the stock that I'm going to give trade of the day to. ENVB, multiple opportunities to have played this one. Matter of fact, it was even setting up in yesterday's after hours trading session. Now, let's go ahead and get right into this. So today I traded 6 different tickers. I'm green on 3 of them and then red on the other 3. And those other 3 are going to be HCTI, ONVO, and PVM. Small red on all of those, which I'm very thankful for. And on ENVB, I really took the most advantage of that one as possible. So that one, I'm walking away $745.25 green, ending the day $732 green. So ENVB was actually the first one that I decided to actually sit down and trade this morning. So I actually got right in earlier than I was expecting to, but I got in right here for the breakthrough 782. This 282, so sorry about that. That's a 2 right there. So I get in right here at this downtrend break. So my first buy-in is at $2.82. And then I'm monitoring the strength. Then I add a little bit more right here on this nice little pullback. And then this first 1 minute candle to make a new high. I'm getting in about right here. Then we're finding resistance as expected into this 295 resistance. So right in this area, my finger is on the trigger. I'm kind of hesitant if we're going to get that 295 break or not. I don't want to take too much off the table too early because I know that from the daily chart, this one had a lot more room to run. So I'm still holding off, fingers on the trigger. If a price came down and immediately failed the 10 on the 1, I would be stopping out right down here for a small win. But this first initial pop meant that the 10 EMA on the 1 was already above my average. So no matter what, right from about 4 minutes into this trade, it's going to be a green trade for me no matter what. So I was like, you know what? It's a green trade. I'm just going to give it some breathing room. And I am very, very glad that I did so. So right here, I'm scaling out on all of these different extensions away from the 10 EMA on the 1. All of these extensions are profit-taking moves. And then right here, I do kind of get wicked out right into 7 in the morning because I was shifting focus to another stock that was setting up into 7 in the morning. And then I end up adding back to my position right here once I saw that 7 a.m. volume is sticking with this one. So right here, after this nice full test of the 10 EMA on the 5, again, that purple line is a 50 EMA on the 1 minute, which lines up with the 10 EMA on a 5 minute. So this is kind of a longer term support on the 1 minute chart, but a shorter term support on a 5 minute chart. So that's why I have this one charted. So we get a full price comes down, gets a full test of the 10 EMA on the 5, and then starts to rebound and rally with 7 a.m. volume. And then this 7 a.m. volume, I'm trading this one, grabbing some shares right in this green area right here, and then adding back to my position here, taking more profit off the table on this profit-taking extension. And then I shortly closed my position right after that because after finding this 351 resistance, the likelihood that we would rally back up after making that large extended move to break 351 right here was kind of slim in my opinion. So I decided to go ahead and close my position and then monitor how it's set up if it could possibly start to break out and make a larger move afterwards. So it does actually end up rallying back up to try and test that 351 later on, and well, let's take a look at it. So I was trading it back in here, and then price quickly finds some resistance that allows us to draw in this new downtrend break. So right here we have a brand new downtrend, but more importantly, right at the fail of this key level right here, this 321, 325 area, where that held so strong within this area, Right when price starts to fail here, this is a great opportunity for shorts to get in. And if you notice, shorts might have gotten in right here, and then as price starts to get chop around, but more importantly, price finds support on top of our key 3 level and volume weighted average price. So price comes down, finds support, starts to trade within this channel, and then into market open, channel gets much tighter. And then since there were shorts piling in and possibly accumulating a very large position within here, looking for the fail through 3 and the fail through VWAP, right when we started to rally back up and break this 321, that's when all of these shorts started to get squeezed. And then just from that, we get a really nice explosive pop all the way up to our nice $4.50 key level that we found from our daily chart. So ANVB was a really nice looking daily chart because we have this beautiful, beautiful gap fill right here. So the gap starts here around $2.50 and makes a rallying move all the way up to 450. Technically, the gap closes at 3.9. So that's also why we would keep focus on that 3.9. But more importantly, we also have this 4.5 level placed off of these key areas right here. So perfect example of a gap fill, which helped me walk away nice and green today. And then another stock that I traded was ONVO. ONVO. I was thinking that this one was going to get some 7 a.m. attention, but decidedly it did not. Now, in hindsight is 2020, and I'm looking at this chart, and yes, it has a really nice downtrend. We finally get the break of the downtrend here, and then I'm kind of expecting maybe if we're able to get a strong break and hold a VWAP that lines up with this 163, maybe we can get a break through this 170 resistance and start making our way all the way up to that 183. I was thinking this large move all the way up to 183 would have to start from this area. And I was looking for the break of VWAP, the break and hold of VWAP. Unfortunately, we never get the break of VWAP, so I immediately bail out of the position shortly after this. This is one of those entries where you have to nail it or bail it. And another reasons why I shouldn't have even had confidence to get in here below VWAP was mainly because of how wicky this price action is. There's not enough volume to support any of these moves. Very, very low volume. So this is one of my rules is when candles get wicky, trading gets wicky. When candles are wicky, trading gets icky. And this is a perfect example of it, of these very wicky movements that really show up on this low volume kind of trading. It's very difficult to kind of see the moves that we want to see. It's very hard to predict price action when candles are very wicky like this, trading off of low volume. Then another stock that I tried to trade into 7 a.m. was another very wicky, gross, ugly chart. Now, I did have plenty of opportunities to actually land some green on this trade. I was getting in for the breakthrough 144, adding in for the breakthrough 147. But again, I just wasn't quick enough, so I was kind of trading on the backside of the move. Now, I did cut my loss very quickly after that, thankfully. So PBM was a smaller loss. But regardless, I shouldn't have even been trading it because if you just look at this, that chart looks like a barcode. That's not a stock chart that you would look to trade. It really isn't. So I'm kind of upset with myself for even trying to attempt a trade on this one. But just because it's getting that 7 a.m. volume does not mean that I need to trade it by any means. I saw this one moving and I FOMO'd in, and I do regret my decision. But this was after I had made a really nice trade on ENVB. Then after PBM, I get back into ENVB right in this area to make a stronger, better decision for the better looking chart. But PBM, not a good looking chart. I mean, just off of this action right here, that's a barcode. That's not tradable action by any means. Trading on some lower volume as well. Very difficult to predict. Very difficult to predict. Now, PBM did have a good longer time frame look, so that's why I was like kind of actually excited for these like larger moves up to 159. And if we were able to take out 159, I was thinking even more volume would start to step in. But this was not the stock to be looking at this day, the real stock to be looking at was ENVB or TRNR. But another one that I was looking at, this was just a nice little base hit for me on SYTA. So like right here, we saw that price makes that first initial rally high, and then price comes down, finds a support, and then looking at this high right here, I get in at the break of this 719 area. I get back in for the break through 719, and then I'm kind of expecting this 8 level to have been taken out as well. 8 never gets taken out, so I'm quickly just scaling out of my position almost immediately at the 10 on the 1 fail. And then right when I notice that we fail VWAP as well, that's when I'm closing the position. But I was able to scale out and take some profit off the table up here. So right after that, as long as I just cut right at the 10-1 fail, that's going to be a green trade no matter what. And SYTA, small, nice little base hit for me. Another one that I was monitoring was TRNR. So on this first initial move, this was a very, very nice base hit earlier in the morning. Now, this one, I was looking at this one around 8:45 into 9 o'clock, and normally within this area of the day, like leading into market open, things definitely tend to slow down. You normally don't get to see those like massive runners or massive moves or good trades into market open. They normally happen somewhere within here, consolidate, and then make the move into market open. Now, in this case, I was thinking if we get a break and hold of this level, we'll consolidate in this channel and then get the larger move. I wasn't expecting it to get a false break of this key level right here and then come right back down, testing the previous support of the downtrend. But this was a great one to even study or monitor into market open. I think getting back in for this key break, maybe the break of this downtrend again, because this forms a really nice like descending wedge channel right here. So a very nice predictable chart pattern where you can basically get in right here and then look to take out that previous high. So in this case, that 181 level, and then we get the break of 181, price breaks, holds above, and then rallies back on up to a psychological $2.50 area. So right about here. So quite phenomenal. I think also keeping focus on the support of the downtrend here. So this downtrend is nicely drawn right here. We get the break right here that kind of starts this initial move. And then into market open, price finds support, very importantly, at the support of the downtrend and the 200 EMA on the 1. Now, this was the next stock that I traded was on HCTI. This was a quick little stop out. This is one of those situations where, again, you got to nail it or bail it. And in this case, didn't nail it, so I bailed it. So quick little loss right here. I was thinking that if we get the break of the 64 area, if we get a break of the 64, that will set up for the 69, and then we should start making a move back up to that 84 area. Unfortunately, we find a lot of resistance right in this area at VWAP, directly at VWAP. And then right when I notice that we're finding resistance here and we're not getting the break and hold above this downtrend that I was thinking we would, that's when I immediately just, cut my losses, nail it or bail it, and then we bail out of that position right there. But that's been my recap. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please drop a comment. Overall, I think I'd rate today's performance B, solid A, somewhere within that area. I think I did a great job navigating the market this morning. I do kind of missed. I am sad that I missed out on ENVB into market open because I actually did not trade any of this action into market open. Even though it was a perfect example of shorts getting squeezed and stopping out, creating this parabolic move, but quickly right after shorts double back down and then completely slam this one back all the way down. So very, very quick potential for a lot of profit on ENVB, and especially with some early morning money back in here, would have been a great way to have attacked market open. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to trade market open, but this is one that I want to study nonetheless. But that's been my recap today, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop a comment. And safe trading, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.